Hey everybody, it's Galmadex, and welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today's draft was previously streamed live at the Twitch channel in the link in the description below, so if you're wondering what's going on with my face on the screen and the chat on the screen as well, that's what's happening in today's video. Without further ado, let's get into the draft. Ooh, hey there. What else was in the pack? You don't even know, because I didn't let you see, because we're taking Werefox Bodyguard. You were going to try to convince me not to take a white card because you don't like white in this format. Well, it's too late now. What should I have taken over it? Who knows? There was nothing in there. You just saw Night of Sweet's Revenge. You want that card to be good so badly. You can get it to work. Some of the big limited podcasts have talked about it. Well, I think just Lords of Limited have actually gotten it to work. I'm so in love with Utopia Sprawl. I'm never taking Totentans here. I like red-black a lot. I don't think Totentans is that necessary to the archetype, and it's off from the bodyguard. I think it's Sprawl or Ash for me by a lot. Totentans is number 3, though. Probably top 3 for sure. Still good. I'm going to go for the Ash. I'm just going to try to get aggro Werefox Bodyguard stuff going. Sprawl or the Mana Rock? You like the Mana Rock? It's been fine, the Iron Crag thing. I haven't been super impressed, though. We have to take Sneak Attack at some point. At some point, we have to try to Sneak Attack. Now is not that point. Whenever I'm okay with going 0-3, we'll build a Sneak Attack deck. There's one card that triggers Celebration, but it's a 5-drop. I guess the Genealogist does, but then we're red, white, green, and that's not super viable. Grotto, I usually like taking Grotto-style stuff pretty highly, not in red, white. When I'm in red, white, I basically try to do 0 splashing, but we might not be red, white. We could just not play Ash and then be on Bodyguard with something else here. Yeah, this is a pretty weak pack. I don't know. I'll just take Grotto. In case we're not red-white. That does seem fine. Alright, Trainey's great. Trainey's very great. Pie Wielder's also good. Could take the Mice. There's a lot of other 2-drops I would really try to have over it, but it is fine filler if we don't find enough 2-drops. I think I take Ratcatcher over Pie Wielder, but they're both fun and powerful. Now we have Hopeful Vigil. A 2-mana card that triggers Celebration all by itself is insane. So good with Ash. Easily the pick, and that's when Redcap Thief is in this pack too, and I like that card a good bit. Merry Bards is a 4-mana card that triggers Celebration, gives us a young hero roll to buff up small attackers. I love it. Battle Garb or Bruiser are both at the end of the filler spectrum. They're nearing the bad filler level, but either could make the cut. I'd rather just have the top end Bruiser. Oh baby! Pick 8 Ash copy number 2. 7 players in this draft pod did not want this card, and player 8, which is me, is going to reap the rewards. There's that Clothier for Celebration. 2 Ash in the first pack is very lucky. Even just opening 2 Ash in one pack is pretty lucky, but also the fact that nobody took the second one is great. 6 Ash deck incoming. 2 per pack. If we continue at this rate, maybe. Double Recruiter. Oh my god. I just forgot Imidane's Recruiter existed in this format. That'd be insane. We get some Imidane's Recruiters. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking of Recruiter when I was thinking of the list of things I'd love to have in this deck. But yeah, Imidane's Recruiter would be completely busted. I am very committed to red-white at this point. I am not taking anything off color. got an on-color mythic.
Together,
Greater Oromancy, let's go. Thanks for the follow, Dark Hollow 666. Well, it's definitely Witchstalker Frenzy. But the on-color mythic. Gotta get some Shroud. Yeah, that's what it's all about. This is our first non-creature spell, by the way, which is hilarious. I could have been a double Utopia Sprawl green deck. Chat, I'm genuinely quite sad. Why is this the life that we're living? I'm no longer excited about double Ash Party Crasher. Now I'm just daydreaming about what could have been. Double Utopia Sprawl. I like House Mouse or Mary Bards. Get back here, vile rodent! I was almost done cursing that ring. Such an adorable mouse. We have to take it for just the cuteness factor. We're getting to that time of day where we start taking cards based on the artwork. Oh. Why is there nothing on color? Pass all the ashes around. I guess that just means people are in like red-black and white-black or white-green or something. They're still playing these colors, just not together. Well, butts. Moment of Valor, I think, is actually reasonable. Right, because one of the biggest issues we're going to have in this kind of deck is, like, Hamlet Gluttons getting down, and this can clear that out. And anytime we're not playing a matchup where they are trying to slam something down like that, we can dirtle around with the combat trick half, which isn't great, but it's not horrible. I think I like the Moment over the Light Blades here for this kind of deck. Where did it go? There it is. It's at our 2-drops for some reason. Another Clothier. Not going to have the creature count for Impact Tremors, and I don't like it even when I do. Pack 3 will make it happen. Make what happen? The deck as a whole? We just need to find like a couple copies of Cut In, and I think it looks great. Ooh, Edgewall pack. That triggers that celebration. That's a big deal. You've already given up on pack 2? Right before we got the Edgewall pack? Can't be that bad. Return Triumphant with double Ash is actually kind of a thing. It also works with Gingerbrute. I don't know if I've actually main decked Return Triumphant ever so far. But here we go. I'll do it this time. I think double Ash Gingerbrute is a good enough reason. Green player's eating good this pack. They're eating so much food. It's the night of Sweet's revenge. Alright, pack 3. Time for red-white to be super open again, as it was in pack 1. Cut In is better than Grasp of Fate, because you kill something and you get counters. Yeah, and there's so much main deckable enchantment removal to get their creature out of the Grasp of Fate. Grab the Cut In. Ooh, a Witchstalker Frenzy, a Twisted Fealty, a Hopeful Vigil, and a Redcap Thief. Don't hate that. Cut It does not kill a Glutton, that's true. Think I take another Frenzy? I think Frenzy's just so good in this deck. Fealty is another card that's like really, really good against Glutton. Vigil is insane with the celebration stuff too. This is real difficult. I guess I'll take another Vigil. We've got Frenzy, Cut in, Moment of Valor here. Here's another Grand Ball guest to go with all the celebrating. Now we get a Stone Splitter Bolt. Or a cheeky House Mouse. We've got enough stuff to bargain away. We got some rat tokens sitting around, some young hero rolls that'll stop doing things later. Got a Hopeful Vigil here. Plenty of things to bargain for the Bolt to be our next removal spell. I'm going to take it over a second House Mouse, I think. Never been able to draft this deck, just been run over by it. It can definitely do some real explosive things. 14 creatures and double Vigils, like 16 creatures here. Yeah, I think we can take Bolt over the mouse. Now we get another 2-drop that's perfectly playable. Not actually great in this deck, but playable. Celebrant is very good with Hopeful Vigil, because we can pick it back up, get another 2/2. Becomes a 3-mana 3/2 that basically draws another card and then scries 2. Love that. I like Clothier triggering Celebration more than like Bruiser as a finisher, so I'm just going to take another filler 3-drop card for mana curve. Now a 4-drop card that triggers Celebration. I don't know, you tell me, Mr. Rental, what do you think? How does the deck look? Same pile of cards on... Oh. Same pile of cards on screen. For the both of us. I think it looks pretty good. Not incredible, but pretty good. We've got some filler cards to cut out of here. Probably a Twin Veil Guide, a Bruiser, and a Sage or something. I think turn 3 I'm probably just playing another 2-drop rather than trying to play like Protective Parents and stuff, but I don't think Besotted Knight looks great. Yeah, the creature base is not perfect. That's the big downside here. We've got a lot that are, like the double Vigil, the double Guest, the Rat Catcher, double Ash, Ginger Brute, House Mouse, Bodyguard, Edgeball Pack. I think these are all like great. But then it's like, oh, Stockpiling Celebrant also great. But then we have like some Protective Parents, Bruiser, a Sage. Some amount of those are going to have to stay in the deck. And those are pretty chaff. Maybe a Keep Guard. Yeah, no Imidane's Recruiter. We did not open up the Dream Mythic Uncommon for the deck. You've never seen... I doubt that, Mr. Renthal. I doubt that. You probably just haven't seen one while you were in red or white. Or while you were just in red, period. Probably got one like pack 3 alongside like a green rare while you were playing a green deck or something. That's true. If you've only done one draft total, that would also be a thing. $18 creatures because double Hopeful Vigil here. Got a Protective Parents. Cutting is excellent. Frenzy's excellent. I could try to use Fealty and Bolt to kill the big stuff, drop the Moment of Valor. This looks pretty reasonable. Why is my spider food highlighted? Definitely changes that we can make. It all involves swapping around some of the more filler cards, basically. Could cut a land here, maybe. Lots of 2s. Cut a land for another 2-drop. We would be cutting a land for a pretty filler card, like a Boundary Lands Ranger, or Ranger, when we don't have a ton of high power creatures. Our young hero rolls could turn things into 4-power creatures, but that's kind of the only way to trigger Boundary Lands Ranger. Could put in the Sage just as a 2-mana 2/2 that we draw it on turn 4 and we trigger Celebration. Guess that might be better than Boundary Lands. They're both kind of awkward. Yeah, 16 lands to put a Sage in here. I think that's fine. What am I doing? There we go. Cinderella, Ella, A. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, let's get into game 1. This is pretty sweet. Well, no, it's not. Never mind. I like Hopeful Vigil and the Celebrant. That's pretty sweet every time. The Fealty doesn't do anything yet. Trophy deck name. Yeah, we have to 7-0 now just because of the deck name. The better the deck name, more likely you are to trophy. Could go Guest into Vigil to just slam for 3 here. Ew. Why you gotta be so rude? Land Parents. I do like land 4. I don't like my parents. Get out of here. I never want to see you again. Does Celebrant bouncing the Fealty creature work? Yeah, that's actually a pretty interesting combo. Does indeed work. Could do the Guest and then just bring it back triumphantly. But I really like bringing the Celebrant back triumphantly and picking up Vigil again. So, and I only need 1 Vigil to do that, so I'll just sack Vigil 2. Oh wait, no, I kept a land on top when I already have land 4. Never mind. I just draw into land 4. I don't know what I kept land 4 on top for, but I guess it was that. I guess it was for the spell score. I swear, I thought I had 3 lands in hand when I scried that land to the top. Does Celebrant say you own or control? Return another non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. So yeah, you can pick up a Fealty card. Ew. Kill the Celebrant, please. Thank you. Find an edge wall pack. If I hit 1 more mana, we can bounce their champion back to their hand, but then they can fight something again if they find bargain fodder, so that's probably not how we're using the Triumphant. We're probably Triumphanting the Celebrant and picking up a Vigil eventually, but for now I think edge wall pack is fine. Bouncing the Coven is bad too. Maybe they'll tap out for like the 6/7 here, and then we can steal it and bounce it back. Stormkeld Vanguard, another one of those cards that's just randomly... It traveled on the Omen paths all the way from Kaldheim. Ew. Well, shoot. Sometimes, Mind Rot is good. Gosh darn. Deckbuilding. Yeah, this is why I chose to do that, is because I feel like they're just going to sit here. And if they just sit here, then Fealty's not going to be good for me for quite some time. But I can Triumphant immediately to get some Scry going. And then I can attack with a 4/4 next turn. Scry out of a couple lands. Look, it's a draw 2. Man. Oh. If I kept Fealty, I could have stole their troll and had it fight their champion. Feels so bad. Alright, have a good one, Angerin. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're killing the troll. They need Graveyard Recursion for it to do more nonsense. I guess I can send in with the Celebrant and do it. That way if they block to trade into the Celebrant, I can just sack the Young Hero roll and keep everything else. That really looks like Graveyard Recursion to me. I don't like that at all. Fealty can't put the roll on the creature you steal? Interesting. Alright, then I guess that wouldn't have worked. Which is kind of cute. Actually, I don't even think I bargained this roll because we only have one Celebrant in this deck. Right, so there's no other way to use the Hopeful Vigil anyway, so I might as well get the free Scry off the Stone Splitter Bolt. Never mind. And... this is maybe a bad idea, but I'm going to wait to do it until our opponent's turn, because if they have a way to put a roll onto their troll, they probably are going to try to do that. So then we could maybe kill the troll and counter something else that's trying to put a roll onto it, like if they have a Werefox or something. Oh yeah, it is up to one target creature. Can target opposing creatures. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's no world in which we can just know that they're going to have this specific rare coming, so... it is sad that I discarded the Fealty when they gave us the discard too, but... I don't think we could have, like, seen it coming. Alright, they tap out. We know we can kill the troll here. And I think I do kill the troll in case they draw into any more. Rolls. Sage triggers Celebration, but it's not very great here. I guess just a 3/3 body. They're going to have a 3/2 and a 1/3 is fine. You know what? Sure, we'll keep it. Just tap out for that this turn. Attack with everybody. Except the rat. Probably trade the witch for the ball guest. Yep. Cool. Looks like we've got a game of Magic going here. Which is more than I could say for a couple turns ago when there was a troll and a champion on board. Things looked way worse. But we don't know what they have. Sick, another roll. So we got them, getting rid of the troll. There's a hollow scavenger. Now they have really nice blocks though, which means we're slowly dying to the Coven. Sage still trades into the 2-3. They block with a 2-4 and a 2-3 here. We get a Scry 1 attacking in with it, and we'd clear a little bit of a path, so I think I'm still going to attack. Find a Ginger Brute. Got the Protective Parents. Hopefully your opponent has a... Don't put that evil on me, Mr. Rental. Don't put that evil on me. I hope they don't. We're just never going to draw Twisted Fealty again. Play against the troll every round. Oh god, Picnic Ruiner off the top. Now we're taking 6 in the sky every turn. Hey Cosmic Autumn, how's it going? Goose was doing some work. True facts. I'm about to die to a flyer. Very quickly. Give them the 1 damage boop. Just play more blockers on the ground and then eat the Ginger Brute next turn to get 1 more turn. Actually, it wouldn't even give me another turn. Because I eat it and I go up to 5 from 2 life, which is still dead to Coven hitting me again. So, I did have an opportunity to kill this Coven this game, but I killed a Fawnsbane troll instead. Which I think was worth it, because they did draw into the Genealogist afterwards. That would have put another roll on this, fought off another creature. So... we probably actually lose the game slower if we let them keep the Fawnsbane troll than if we let them keep the Coven. But we're still definitely behind. Yeah, now we're dead, because I don't have a card to discard to this. Yep. 1 and 1, I believe. Unless I'm going completely crazy. But I think that we won a game. Before we got into that round. No, we didn't! I am going crazy! I was like, wait a second. Am I imagining games? I am. I am indeed. This is a really slow hand. Don't think it's a mulligan. I've got the Witch's Mark to discard the 5-drop and draw 2 cards. In the worst case scenario, that's like a mulligan right there. It's like a mulligan, but we're not down a card. We keep a 7-card hand. Ball guest. Ooh, an Ash. No way to trigger Celebration yet anyway, though, so I'm just going to make sure that I hit my land drops. Isn't Meztastic a Twitch user? I don't know. I don't know everybody. Look how far draft has come? In what way? I don't think I get to attack with Ash here. Oh yeah, 2 mana 2/2 no text is just not good enough anymore. I see. Yeah, that is true. Let's just get some damage. I mean, they could double block. I wouldn't, but they can. They do? Alright. That works with me. There's a werefox. Trade Ash into werefox is not that bad of a trade. Just feels a little sad. I think it's still worth it. Because that would still trade by the time Ash is a 4/4, so we're getting quite a large blocker out of the way. Now the Boundary Lands Ranger cannot trigger. Send in here holding up a Witchstalker Frenzy. I'm just saving the fealty to kill them when they play their Hamlet Glutton. That's my plan. I think we got plenty of other nice cheap threats to play. But you can do that too. You want to just get real aggro. That's the mono red game plan for sure. I'm surprised we don't agree on that one, because I usually like doing just super aggro stuff like that. Garruk's Uprising. They're planning on playing some power 4 or greater creatures. Planning on playing some excellent targets for Twisted Fealty. Alright, hold up all of our burn and just scry during their end step. When we don't play any of it. Fealty whatever they play and kill them. Belligerent to the ball. Well, I'm not going to fealty that. Is that all? Oh, that's literally it. Well, I guess I'll save Bolt, because I can kill something a lot bigger. We have cast our only Witch's Mark this game, so I'm going to play the land here. Their last card is Torch the Tower. I think we are in a super solid position. We have a Stone Splitter Bolt for any creature that's big enough to matter, but not big enough to kill them off of Fealty. And then we have Fealty if we've got the big enough card to kill them. Well, I'm keeping cutting. We could have scryed an upkeep there, but we've got some potentially really expensive things to do in hand, and I don't love doing that unless I am straight up just out of ways to use my mana. Alright, well, we're going to be hanging out until somebody draws a creature. We drew a creature. Do the protective parents get there? Emberth Veteran. Is that all? Looks like that's all. Let's try a cut in here. I guess they sack it in response. Oh, they can't sack it in response. The only way they could sack it in response is by putting a young hero roll on our parents anyway. Nice. Cool. Kill them in 2 hits with the parents. Get some rats during their turn. Alright, now we're 1-1. I was actually just seeing into the future, and I thought that I already played this game when I said that we were 1-1 after we lost our first game of Magic. One and one. Game 3 against Slipster. Hey, Mistastic. Yeah, GG, you did flat out quite a bit. Just really ran out of stuff in the end. We were in the top deck where we're just like, let's see who gets a creature. And we did find the solid creature with our removal. Okay. We have nothing to pick up with the Celebrant right now, which is pretty sad. I'm actually weirdly gonna drop the pack because I can play the Bards and get the counter on the Celebrant. No! Oh my god, we hit the Return Triumphant. Now literally the only creature that would have been incorrect was the 4-drop for the discard. I should have remembered that I have Return Triumphant in here and discarded a 3-mana value card just in case. Just discard the Merry Bards there. Oh! Well, there you go. We're gonna have a... God, I hate Mosswood Dread Knight. We're gonna have a Young Hero roll on everything. Young Heroes! Woo! Best Grand Ball guest. Your opponent played land tax and got 6 lands with it? Nice. Land tax would be a fun one to pick up. Attack both and Witchstalker costs 2 mana, which is still too expensive to play Celebrant in the same turn. Can't kill the Grand Ball guest. But they can certainly trade Merry Bards into either of these and it wouldn't be great for me. I feel like I just attack with the guest for now. And then just play Celebrant post-combat after the roll's already used all of its value. Unless they do that, and then we do this. Doesn't matter which one. Cool. The path is not clear, but more clear for Merry Bards, and our opponent is done with Magic for today. They removed Magic Arena from their Steam library. We are 2-1 heading into Game 4. Why is there a gnat or something? As soon as the stream is over, I am getting weaponry into this room. I'm going to torch it until this one little gnat thing is dead. I'm getting the Tesla flamethrower or whatever that was. I will burn down my apartment if I have to. All right, game number 4. Ratcatcher Trainee. That's it? I guess Ratcatcher training into Celebrant, but we don't have the sweet Celebrant combos here, which makes me sad. The Return Triumphant is going to be good on any of these. Tough Cookie, turn 2. I do not like that. Probably going to cut in on that. Theoretically, I can fealty it and sacrifice it to its own ability later, but I need 5 mana. But that's a consideration. Just use fealty as a 5 mana removal spell on the Tough Cookie. Maybe cut in something else first in case we do hit the 5 lands for that. Tangled Colony. At least it can't block. Yeah, we're gonna have to just try to outrace that thing. So here we're gonna just be playing a Celebrant as a 3/2. Picking up nothing. This way we can put a Young Hero roll in the Celebrant, have an attack in as a 4/3 against the Tough Cookie. Again, this all depends on what they play. But I'm imagining we're just going to cut in whatever creature they play and attack in with a 4/3 and a 2/1 First Striker. That is not even a creature. Up the beanstalk. Maybe we get to play a Mary Bards then, and attack in with a 2/1 First Strike and a 4/3. Nope, they did play a creature. But I could still do the thing, because they have to double block to kill one now, which means we get to kill both their creatures. Or if they double block the trainee, then we're killing Tough Cookie. Yeah, I don't think I need to use removal right now. Let's keep expanding the board. Trade the trainee into the Tough Cookie, or just hit them. So far, we're doing a pretty good job outracing the Tangled Colony, but they have access to food. They can eat the Tough Cookie for 3 life, they can eat their food token for 3 life, they can essentially be at 18 here. Oh, send in the Cookie and the Colony. I think because we have a Return Triumphant, I'm pretty cool with trying to take this trade on board. We get the trade. Maybe they have their own Graveyard Recursion or something. No, they've got Italian. Well, it's cut-in time. No Return Triumphant then. Just get that off the board. I don't like it. Someone conceded. Our last round opponent did concede. I think they got like stuck on mana or something, and we had a decent curve, so they were just like, all right, well, goodbye. They could have had to pee. They could have had a family emergency or something. Things happen. How is our opponent planning to survive? Or are they not planning to survive? High Fae Negotiator. Okay, that will not survive. Whee! Three and one. We are well on our way to a positive win rate run. More wins than losses. That's the goal. Hasn't happened yet, but you're waiting for the day you get constipation and end up fully roping in an important game. Arena open day 2 and you just can't make it back to the computer. That's why you gotta have it downloaded on your phone, just in case. I've got it on my phone. I hate playing it on my phone. It sucks. On a tiny screen. But just in case. I need to finish up a game. Boot it open. Look, it's loading. I think it's putting me in the tutorial. What is happening? Oh, it's putting me in the game I'm currently playing! Wait, what happens if I... Whoa! I clicked keep on the phone, and then I played a land, and the game's playing on my phone. What the heck? This is not what is happening on the computer screen. It's opponent's turn now. This sounds like a bad idea. This is how you crash the game and then lose. Wait, look, it's turn 2. There's my mana. Wait. I'm gonna play my Ratcatcher trainee. Okay, this was a bad idea. This just is happening now. This exact game is progressing, but not on the what happens if I click keep up here now? I just broke it. I just fully broke the PC version of the game. Yeah, okay. My bad. You're gonna have to wait a second. I'm gonna attack with Ratcatcher trainee. Put my opponent to 18. I'm gonna Witch's Mark without targeting Ratcatcher trainee in case they have removal. Discarding a mountain to draw 2. Then I'm gonna close it on my phone and I'm gonna reopen it on the PC. I proved the multiverse is real. I didn't know it was gonna work like that. That was real sketchy. Oh, I think I'm booting back in. I'm back. Oh, they grasp a fated my Ratcatcher trainee. All right, we're back. Well, that was concerning. That was concerning, but we're back. I've got the bodyguard, but I don't want to play it till they play something. So we're doing nothing now. If they would have killed Ratcatcher with anything else, I would have happily just triumphated. How does this thing work? Exile another non-fox till it leaves the battlefield? No, play creatures, please. Well, there we go. Now I can just Ginger Brute. Hope for 1 damage a turn until they draw 2 off Corvold and the Noble Thief. I really like Return Triumphant with Ginger Brute. I guess I could have ate it and then used Return Triumphant. But so then we're down a card. Instead of like trading Ginger Brute off into something or something like that first. Okay, now we can bodyguard. Whoop. Exiled. Now I can hit for 3, save cut in for something else. We are really hoping this draw 2 does not go in their favor here. Because we don't have a ton of action. Did our opponent open up Arena on their phone? Are they playing in the multiverse? Alright. They're back. Hit for 3, get the guest. Drop a land, pass. Oh, it's the top 3 cards, not top 2. My parents! All 4 of them! Oh, that's not great. That's mom and stepdad. Dad and stepmom. Do you think Wizards will ever print Scry 3 again, or is it just too strong? I'm sure they've put it on some stuff. I mean, everything's like Scry 2 now? It's kind of true. Wait, if I kill this, it goes to my grave, doesn't it? Hold up. Are the parents going to return triumphantly? Maybe so, maybe so. I don't have the mana to cut it and return triumphant and unblockable Ginger Brute, though. Dang. I am still gonna do it. Please tell me the parents go to my grave. I imagine they do. Yes. Come back, parents. So messed up they try to use my own family against me. Little sad to lose the unblockable Ginger Brute, but to clear out the only creature on the board, it's probably fine. I'm still gonna hold off though. Get greedy. Wasn't a 6-mana white card from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Scry 3? It was indeed. Yeah, Imperial Oath. Maybe that's the last one they did. Maybe that's what Mr. Rental's talking about. Imperial Oath was just too good, so they just stopped. It's been a while since Kamigawa Neon Dynasty now. It's been over a year. That was, what, like, late January, early February last year. And we're getting close to the 2-year mark. Okay. Parents trades for Grabby Giant and Ginger Brute just gets in. That's the game plan. Hey, Mr. Wazam, how's it going? The drafts are doing solid. Pretty average. I think it's like 5-3, 4-3, 1-3 right now. But currently we're 3-1. So this probably balances all out. Balances it all out. If we're lucky here, turn this into a nice little 5 or 6 win. $13-10 currently. That's not bad. Not great. Not terrible. If I'm at like exactly 50-50 or under, that's when I'm sad. Alright, that's a pretty big turn. Young hero, fox, elf, soldier. True. Classic Magic the Gathering. What are we even looking for here? Because I don't know. Just burn spells, basically. We can't kill both of those with one removal spell. I guess another cut-in would be really good, but we only have one. Maybe a Charmed Clothier of our own just to get a flyer down. It's not land. That makes things simple, decision-wise. It's also not land 3. Well, Gingerbrute kills them in 3 attacks. So if they don't find removal or food or something, we will just win with a young hero Gingerbrute.
Together, we are unstoppable.
Fiat EFX, thank you for the follow. Again, my apologies on pronunciations on anything. If you have a simple correction for me, feel free to slap it in the chat. I'll try to figure it out. Longtime YouTube subscriber, nice to see you live on Twitch. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out on the YouTube channel as well. And welcome. All right. Still looks like we are golden for trying to outrace with the Gingerbrute. Now we got to get a little worried about dying, but I can sack this bodyguard to gain 2. Even if it gives them back the bruiser, I can just do that after their combat step. Try to kill with 2 Gingerbrute swings. You want to see an X mana blue spell that scries X? That sounds pretty weak if it's a spell. That'd be a really good activated ability, though. Because, like, for 1 blue mana, you can just draw a card already. And that would be 1 blue mana, scry 0 at that point. You think an enchantment with some sort of minor upside while it's on the field? Oh, snap! I think there is a card like that. Like a really old one, now that you say it. That people were running instead of, like, Sensei's Divining Top in Commander. Like Soothsaying or something? No, that's not it. Oh, it is. But you can only put them back on top. It doesn't scry. X mana, look at the top X, put them back in any order, just on an enchantment. But you can't scry them to the bottom with that card. Apologies to opponent there. I got a little sidetracked. Very happy to draw Witchstalker Frenzy. That makes me feel a little safer about not dying on the crackback. Getting my 2 Gingerbrute swings in. I guess Soothsaying is pretty cute because it has that backup plan of, like, if your top X card sucks, you can also just spend 5 to shuffle your whole library. Just be like, nah, I need new cards. Alright, did they find the removal off the Hopeful Vigil? If so, they are quite likely to win. So Witch's Mark, which luckily I can counter because I have my Witchstalker Frenzy. So we make it so they don't draw any cards. Because it doesn't have a target. So if the plan was to use that to draw into removal, we have won the game. There is the concession. Yeah, I think Soothsaying was used in that kind of deck. In commanders that, like, care about the top card of your library. Like, there was, when they printed the Jeskai one, the blue, white, red one, that lets you play non-creatures off the top. I think that's when it got, like, really big in Commander. Alright, yeah, young hero Gingerbrute takes it all the way. We are guaranteed more wins than losses in this draft, which means we maintain a positive win rate on the day, no matter what. Let's see how much better we can get it. Would be really nice to get a 7-win run in there today. And I think this deck is quite strong. Have not been able to play a lot of turn 2 Ashes, but here we go. Do it this time. I love Fibblethip's sound effects so much. Huh. Just a confused Minecraft villager. Turn 1 Utopia Sprawl. No faster way to make me jealous. Red, white, and green mana on turn 2. It's 3 mana here. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Get a 1/1 token. Come on, land. Dang. Land would have been really, really good. At least they're tapped out of removal, so I can definitely put the token onto Ash and draw 2. And there's the land. No celebration this turn, sadly. Yeah. You get the Mountain Dew piss-covered forest when you use Utopia Sprawl on the unhinged lands. It is very funny. It's a really pretty forest. Whoa! The Utopia Sprawled Forest is coming in hot? Alright. Well, anytime they want to attack with that, it means they're not getting 2 mana. They just want to block with it so they don't have to look at it anymore. Yeah, opponent does have balls. Can this exile a forest? Oh my god, it can. That's not a fox. Well. That seems pretty dang good. Even if they kill my bodyguard and get it back, it doesn't have the sprawl on it anymore. Ooh, the royal treatment. Snap. Well, shoot. They're still down to 12. And they spent the food to bargain. Wait, did they? Where'd they get that counter from? Oh, you still get 1 even if you have 0 food. Okay. You just get 2 if you have 1 food. Oh, you wanted to see them put the +1/+1 counter on the forest? Just end up killing me with like a 10/10 forest. Use the double strike ogre too. Just kill me with a Utopia Sprawled Forest of all things. Ew. That's super duper gross. Big Ruby coming in. Can cut in the forest or the Agatha's champion. If I cut in the champion, I get to attack this turn. But if I cut in or Stone Splitter Bolt the forest, they have a lot less mana next turn. They only have 2 cards left, though. When they only have 2 cards left, I think it might be okay to let them keep the mana this time. Just kill the big champion, the scarier creature. This might blow up in my face, we'll see. But they still have like 4 mana even without that forest because of Ruby. 5 mana. the swamp too. Ooh, they wouldn't have had a white source though for that cooped up. What is their last card in hand? Hamlet Glutton, that's a good one. Time to kill a 6/6 while I still have that bargain fodder. The opponent is now playing off the top. Song of Totentans is the first draw. Off the top there. It's a very good one. Witchstalker Frenzy is really good here. I think because of Witchstalker Frenzy, we can afford to Celebrant back the Bodyguard. Another land actually doesn't help me play any more blockers because I just play 2 2-drops or 1 4-drop next turn. I think I just ditch all those. But because of the cost reduction on Frenzy, I get to Celebrant, pick up Bodyguard, and still Frenzy a creature when they attack. Yeah, Song for only 3 means we might be okay. Kill both the Mana Dorks here. Okay. And we're just gonna Bodyguard a rat. Even if the Bodyguard dies, the rat is gone forever. If they've got no follow-up, it's definitely not a good attack for them. But we'll see if they have the follow-through. I can return Triumphant and Celebrant the Bodyguard up again if I just want to be monumentally rude about things. That actually is kind of fine with me. So even if they don't chump attack with the rat, I can just kill it with Bodyguard again. Oh my god. Well, this is wild. I could still die to a burn spell. You really never know. They're down to 6. Bodyguard anything that might kill me, and then kill them next turn. Flood it out in the end, and we are going to find the victory. That is 5-1 now. Celebrant doing really gross things in a lot of these games. We are in the money, in the value. Not only in that game, but also just in the draft. 1,600 gems minimum now. I'm loving it. Okay. This is probably gotta be a keep. At the borderline though, a lot of mana. Season of Growth, turn 2. If they play a lot of stuff that targets their creatures, they're gonna draw a lot of cards. You just played As Foretold on turn 3, and then your opponent's turn 3 was Copy Enchantment? On the As Foretold? That's very cute. I could pick up the trainee so I can get the rats out of it, but I think I'm just keeping power on this board and staying aggressive. Gale Fang. Just bodyguard that. Yep. Another Gale Fang? That's very cool. I can kill that with Stone Splitter Bolt, sacking the Wicked roll I'm about to make. Alright, they're down to 5. If they find removal like Candy Grapple to target Bodyguard and get the 4/4 back, it's probably their best way to survive here, but that's kind of it. Play like a 3-mana creature and Candy Grapple Bodyguard. That is what we're worried about. Alright, just a Werefox, only 1 mana up. Puts them 2 dead to Gingerbrute because of the haste. But they could have a rat out for the Ratcatcher trainee or the Gingerbrute, and then they'd survive. I think I have a good enough hand to just not play around rat out. Well, it's holding for them, so they have a 1 black mana instant, but it could be not dead after all. So what happens if it's rat out here? If it's rat out, they rat out the trainee, block the bodyguard, get their 4/4 back. Go to 1 with the 4/4 back on their board. Prove it. It's not rat out. It's not dead after all. Which makes sense because they have the Season of Growth, so they want to target their own creatures with stuff, so they're going to run cards like that a little higher. Alright, 6 and 1. Heading into a potential final battle here. If we can find another victory, then this will be the last game. It'll be a 7 and 1 run. Hoping for the best. Actually, it was full control mode. Actually, there is a gap in the curve because I don't want to play Merry Bards on 3. But we got both the colors. We've got a 2-drop and a removal spell. It is a keep. And now I just play one of these things without the value. Really, either one. There's a ruby. Never mind. We're playing Witchstalk Frenzy turn 3. Well, are we? Killing the Mandork immediately seems fine, but now I drew a Witch's Mark, which I'm pretty okay with. Doing that instead. I guess they're not tapped out of Torch the Tower, because they can spend 1 red and shoot the guest and then counter the Witch's Mark if I try to put it on a thing. I'm just going to shoot the Mana Dork. Then we just play Bards, and then we play Sage, and just get big. What? Another Ruby! And they couldn't play that unless I killed the first one. And I can just play Edgeball Pack instead of Bards. Bards is a tiny bit more damage this turn, so let's do that one. More immediate damage. Cut in for the guest. Send in the ruby. It's going to be a 2-3. Could take the trade, but I'm beaten down. There's our own cut-in. I still want to kill the mana dorks that bad? I don't think so. I think I'm going to save cut-in for when they actually are holding a blocker up. We just play Edgewall Pack. Like, I'm fine to cut in another ruby, but only if it's threatening to block, then I don't feel like it's necessary. Oh, Hamlet Glutton time? Not good for me. Yep. Guess that would have been a solid reason to do so. So just cut in post-combat to finish off the Glutton. Trade a Merry Bards and a cut-in for it. Think so. Put the Young Hero roll on the evasive card. Oh. I've lost to so many Redcap Gutter Dwellers today. This is the third Gutter Dweller we've seen. It's the fourth if you count the one that I drafted last draft. Ooh. Well, we found the Stone Splitter Bolt, so maybe we don't die to the Gutter Dweller. I still don't have a good attack for Edgewall Pack here. It attacks as a 4/4, it gets double blocked, I just kill Ruby. That might be fine. Doesn't feel great. I think we're just chilling. I guess I could use Stone Splitter Bolt to get a good 2-for-1 when they go for the double block here, but then I'm letting the Gutter Dweller sit there and keep drawing them cards, which is not a good game plan. I could Witch's Mark and Bolt here for mana efficiency if I draw another land. That's probably too greedy. Right, because if I discard this mountain, draw 2, and then I don't hit another land, I can't bargain bolt the Dweller. Yeah, that's too risky. Let's just kill the Dweller. That is all for now. That's like the polar opposite of what Boros wants to see. Merry Bards on the board. Trade the Wicked roll for a Young Hero roll, I guess. Or just put the Young Hero roll onto the Merry Bards itself. No, I think we're just getting gluttoned, but that's the best we can do. Oh, it already gets the Young Hero roll. So we just swap the Rats roll out, yeah. Everyone's a hero. Alright, we've got like maybe one more shot if I just top deck Fealty. It's like our only out. And I don't even know if that kills them. But it is our best bets. That's 6 toughness worth of creatures that can't attack this turn even if they wanted to. So fealty off the top probably does not kill them. Can't survive without blocking here. And if I want to trade into something, I have to trade both my creatures and be left with nothing. So we chomp and pray. Seven toughness. Nah, board state's too wide. Alright. 6 and 2. We still have one more shot at the 7-win run here. But we can't go to diamond. I thought we went to diamond last game because it gave me like the 1 out of 1 thing. But I guess we can't go to diamond in this draft. Even if I win next game, we need to win 2. Come on, final battle. It's the Fibblethip mirror match. Let's go. Can you imagine if our first draw is mountain here? I want to believe. I want to believe. I don't think it's even that greedy, because if our first draw is in mountain, we just go Vigil, Vigil, and then we scry next turn. Alright, we can still just scry into a red source. I think this is better than our average 6-card hand. Because we scry to the mountains. Later? Well, can't scry till I have 3 mana, but still. Dang it. Dang it all to heck. It's probably better to play another Vigil than it is to scry next upkeep. Yeah. Okay, well now we're just scrying at the end of their turn. Because I'm holding up Bodyguard if they play something good. This looks like a horrible match for us. Because this is the kind of like really grindy, food heavy, splashing all the best cards in the draft pod deck that is going to have much higher card quality than us later in the game. So we needed to, oh my god, we needed to like curve out like nobody's business, ideally. What? Well, statistically improbable. Vigil scry next upkeep. Not under any pressure here in terms of like them actually hitting us right now. It's just that I feel like we need to get beating down because their plan is probably to cast a bunch of 6/7s and stuff late in the game that we just can't compete with. Big yikes, big yikes. Now that they've done that, I think I need to try to just exile the mouse in response to this to stop that from making more creatures, and then it just makes food. So I can't scry. I'm gonna bodyguard once they declare their target. They target the food? They played around it, but like, why? Because the food is not that much extra value to just be like, well, if they have removal here, they have removal. I feel like a food is probably a lot worse if we don't have it. Yeah, they have to have a Griffinary or a Knight of Sweet's Revenge or something coming up. Well, I guess we scry. I'm back!
Together, we are unstoppable.
Thanks for the follow of the cable. Oh, they go for it this time. Nice. Maybe they just won't draw their big stuff? They played very little, so they don't look like they're drawing their big stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe there's no big stuff? I'd be very surprised. But I guess it's possible. I guess we trigger Celebration, they tap Ash, and we hit for 4. Feels like the play. Yeah, no double spelling's a little sad, but it's fine. Yeah, they tap Ash. I did scry my Witch's Mark to the bottom, so the only reason to hold on to lands here is to play around them having discard spells, but they are in black, so I'm gonna keep this Plains. There's Spellscorn Coven that would make me discard 1, and there's Hopeless Nightmare that would make me discard 1. And I would really want to have a Plains for either of those. The biggest 3 Blind Mice Vigilance attack of all time. Our opponent might just be flooding like nobody's business, and now we can double spell. I think I'm supposed to. But then they just tap Ash again, but then everybody else gets in. I guess I could just bolt the guard instead of playing guest. Like next turn or something. Be fine. Now I'm just gonna get all the creatures down. We'll just bolt later. I want to hold on to this bolt because we have enough mana and some rats to make it so this bolt can kill a 6/7 or a 6/6 glutton or something like that if they find one of those. And if I bolt before they play one of those and then they end up resolving a 6/6 or something, it's just gonna be such a brick wall. Whereas the guard, it's stopping some of our damage, but we're still getting in for a lot. So I think I need to keep this for gluttons and stuff. Oh my god, maximum flood from our opponent. Their hand might have just been land at that rate. Good god, I did not think that was going to be winnable. Because I was like, well, they're like a splashy deck here that has all of its colors for sure, taking no damage in the early game, so they could just do whatever big plays they have, and they just didn't. They just didn't have plays. That's just, that's Magic, baby. All mana, I guess. Yeah, I'd love to see the deck list, because I'm sure there's some spicy things in here. They've got good fixing with the Wilds and the Crystal Grotto, the Candy Trail setting up draws. Maybe a Yena deck or something. Yeah, they didn't get to play much Magic. I guess we take those. Who said that the deck name means we're gonna win this one? This is the trophy run? We just gotta name our decks like this. The Double Ash Party Crasher deck, the Cinderella deck. Cinderella, Ella, A. All right. Well, that was sweet. Very nice to get a 7-win run, and that puts us right back to the amount of gems we started with. I'm pretty sure I was at like 60,000 something. I don't think I was at 61,000. This is like right where we were, just going infinite here. Keeping all the gems, rising in the ranks. All right. But that is going to do it for me for today. As always, thank you all very much for all the follows, the bits, the support. It's been a very fun stream, and we got a ton of new followers today. So thanks everybody for chatting and hanging out. And I will see you all again for some more Magic Arena very soon.